Good evening, everyone. It is Nikki Torres in the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Center. I am filling in for Chris Crocker tonight. It is almost 5:45 in the evening on Wednesday, August 5th. Your temperatures right now, they are still pretty hot outside. Low 90s in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Deer Park, even for Pullman. And it is still 96 degrees tonight for Moses Lake. We are going to cool down into the 60s, so it should be pretty comfortable overnight. But for right now, we are slowly but surely getting into the cooling hours. We just started kind of cooling down from that. We had 93 for that high temperature today in Spokane, and it's currently 92, 91 depending on where you are. Here's 93 for Spokane Valley. We're still seeing upper 90s for 9 Mile as well as for Liberty Lake, low 90s over towards Coeur d'Alene and Spangle. This is the high temperature map for today. This is what we saw. It's actually 93 out of Spokane. Coeur d'Alene saw 92 degrees and 97 from Moses Lake. If you were in Tri-Cities today, it was triple digits, 100-degree heat, but we are expecting a change in the forecast. So take a look at this temperature trend right here. We are going to see below average conditions for the next couple of days. And if you remember from yesterday, we kind of been showing this temperature trend map for the past week or so. So that white line that goes down the middle of your screen right there, or right across rather, that is the average high temperature, which is about 86 degrees this time of year. So tomorrow when we expect 82, 77 on Friday, those are both below average. Today we were well above it because we saw low 90s. But if you notice, Sunday, Monday into the next work week, we're actually going to creep right above that line once again. No 90s on the horizon just yet, but we are going to see some pretty high 80s in the forecast, mainly on Monday and Tuesday. We'll see how that plays out. We do have a potential for some wet weather that's going to happen overnight as well as into tomorrow as well. We could see some rain showers start to creep in late evening, overnight, and into early tomorrow morning. A lot of that should kind of clear out by the afternoon for tomorrow on your Thursday, but really we're keeping an eye on the early morning hours and late evening hours for tonight, and that is when we could see gusty winds. Some places are already seeing pretty breezy conditions up to about say 10 to 15 miles per hour from the south, and for this evening we could see wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour, or tomorrow it could be up to 25 miles per hour. Take a look at the ALMANAC. This is kind of how we play out this time of year. We saw 93 for today in Spokane with a low temperature of 62. That is where we started. And the average high temperature, again, is 86 degrees. We typically see upper 50s this time of year, so even that low temperature is slightly above average. The record, everybody loves to see a little record temperature. It's 102 back from 1998, so that one's not actually too far back. Your sunset time for today, it's going to be 8:18 p.m., so you've got a couple good hours in there if you still want to do something outside and get that good daylight. Forecast for tonight, it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to see some low 60s. Again, a lot of this weather action that we are expecting, some of these rain showers and even the potential for some storms, a lot of that is going to be for the higher elevations, but a lot of it will be overnight. So for this evening, it should stay pretty calm by the time you go to bed. But as you're sleeping into early tomorrow morning, that is when we could see some weather action in the forecast. Partly cloudy skies. It has been mainly clear all day today. We are going to see that cloud cover start to build into the forecast into the evening hours. And again, the wind speeds right about 5 to 10 miles per hour depending on where you are, but it could be gustier, up to 20 miles per hour. A little bit stronger wind gusts for tomorrow, up to 25 miles per hour. And again, we are still expecting the potential for some thunderstorms in the forecast into your Thursday. It's not just overnight, it is into tomorrow as well. Cooler temperatures overall, 82 degrees, and then your high temperatures for tomorrow. You can see right here this is today's high temperatures. Let me show you tomorrow's high temperatures. Much cooler for tomorrow, into the 80s. This is going to feel a little bit more comfortable, especially after the past week that we've had, the past couple weeks rather, when we saw triple digits last week. We saw really upper 90s as well for that time, and we also saw some 90s for today as well. We are going to see 80s for tomorrow, and then we'll drop down into the 70s for your Friday. The weekend, we may look up into the upper 80s once again. 90s aren't too far in the forecast. We may see some things start to change. We're going to get pretty close in the forecast towards next work week, but here's the 24-hour forecast. So notice how this kind of goes from clear, and then we fast forward all the way into early tomorrow morning. This is past midnight into 1. We start to get that cloud buildup. Again, this is probably the time that you go to sleep right here. Pretty clear overall. As we start to get into 1, 2 in the morning, that south to north action for this weather system starts to bring in this potential for some rain showers, and in those cells you can see there is a potential for some thunderstorms within that as well, but it starts to clear out as we get into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We still have a lot of cloud cover out there, but it's just the potential for wet weather starts to kind of clear and come and go once we see it past about noon for tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Some wet weather is possible. And thunder roars, go indoors. We all know that at this point. 7-day forecast for tomorrow. When it loads. 7-day forecast into tomorrow again. We go from 80s down to 70s down to 80s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do have some sunshine in the forecast. A little bit more cloud cover for tomorrow, but we should clear out by the weekend, and it's looking pretty good. Pretty comfortable weekend. A little bit more comfortable than what we saw from last weekend. That is all I have. Katarina is going to fill in for Chris Crocker for tomorrow, and then I may see you again for next week. So I wish you a very good evening. Again, you still have a couple good hours there for some daylight. Enjoy. It's going to be a little bit cooler for Thursday and even more so on Friday. Be safe. Make it a great night. I will see you here next week.